Okay, the next thing we're going to look at is adding a rubric. So when we are in an assignment, we can go ahead and give our assignment a name. I could bring something in from my Google Drive, or I could create something new. And in this case, we're going to create a new document. You can see it's going to open up in my drive, so I could right here include the writing prompt or some written directions. I already have one saved in my draft, but this is going to be really important here because this is a writing assignment. We want to make sure that we make a copy for each student. If you look over to the right now, this was previously grayed out, but because I've titled it and I've added a document, now adding a rubric is now an option for me. And so when I open up my menu for rubrics, I could create something new, I could reuse a rubric from another course, or I could have created a rubric in Sheets and import from there. So we're going to look at just creating it from scratch. So I'm going to say create a rubric, and there I want to make sure that I enable this use for scoring. I could have I have the option of ascending or descending. I'm going to leave it at descending. Here is where I can add my first criterion, and I'm just going to say this is going to be on grammar. And my description, I want to make sure we're using accurate use of pronouns. And so here is where I could add my different levels, and I'm going to start out with making this worth 5 points, and the title would be excellent. And I would say it's going to be 0, maybe one or two errors would work for me to still maintain an excellent rating. The more option, I could delete this if I needed to, but here's where I'm going to add my next level. So the next level down might be 4 points, and I could say this is good use, and so add my however many errors I think, and etc. and etc. And I could go down in all my points. Okay, so each time I do that, I have the option of deleting a level if I decide to change my mind later. And up here in my options, I could delete the entire rubric.